Welcome back to New Rockstars, and Princess Shuri wasn't the only powerful woman who got a promotion in Wakanda Forever. Evil Elaine from Seinfeld, also known as Val, got promoted to the head of the CIA after throwing her ex-husband under the bus for betraying the country, just because Everett wanted to be invited to the cookout. That's so stupid. Like, just let him betray the country a little bit, all right? But nah, I think that something sinister is brewing in Val's sneaky brain, okay? I don't think that she's just looking out for the country. I think that Val's brain could secretly be surrounded by a Red Skull. This is Rogue Theory, the show where we pitch the wildest theories for the nerdy titles that we love, a show made possible by the support of the lovely people at NordVPN. More on those beautiful human beings in a little bit. My name is MT, and going rogue with me today is the most wonderful Wakanda Forever breakdowner in the world. It's Jessica Clemons. What's going on, guys? If you guys have not seen that breakdown, go watch that because Jessica Clemons goes in. All day, every day.
You know, it's really funny, which I just realized. There's a piece of Whitney's breakdown in my breakdown. I put Whitney's breakdown of the Midnight Angels into my breakdown. So you will also get me and Whitney together in my
Double
breakdown.
Synergy.
And if you watch my breakdown on the costumes, I also throw to this video of Jessica's. So you'll also get to see a little picture of Jessica pop up in my video, which is
endless.
fun. So guess what? Me and Jessica are friends and we like each other. Hi.
Give me
I love
1
friendship.
sec. Actually, no, keep going. I just spilled green juice all over myself.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, the pickle juice.
The pickle
Boy.
juice.
What's the pickle juice?
Oh, it's that AG1.
It'll get you every
baby.
time.
It's the AG1.
Today's spill brought to you by Athletic Greens.
And one of the best friends in the world, it's Whitney Van Lanningham. What's going on, Whitney?
Hi. I'm good. How
What's
are
going
you?
on, bestie?
Hi.
I'm good.
Hi.
Let's talk about boys later, okay?
Let's do
just kidding. And, of course, my brother from another mother, it is Brandon Barrick. What's going on, Brandon?
MT, it's so good to see you again. So good to be back on Rogue Theory. I feel like it's been so long and I have so much
It's been so long since we've been on a Rogue Theory together.
It's building up inside of me and it wants to just explode out of my pores.
You're going back to your off-screen producer Brandon days, and I don't like it.
It's
I need you to
dangerous.
be on screen for me.
It's dangerous out there.
On-screen producer Brandon.
I'm doing my best.
On-screen producer Brandon all
I
day,
try.
every day.
If you're on screen, you better be bottomless, and that's it.
Hey,
Jesus.
I didn't make the rules.
Bottomless Brandons. Let's go. Let's order that at brunch.
The bottom was Brandon. All right, guys, let's go into our first topic for today because I have a feeling that there could be a light possibility here that Val, Contessa Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, the first, I don't know, is an avatar for the Red Skull. And there's a couple reasons why I believe this. And we know from like the comics that Contessa Valentina Allegra de Fontaine was Madame Hydra for a little bit. And we also know that Captain America New World Order is coming up, and New World Order, the actual New World Order organization, was a Hydra organization run by the Red Skull. And if you look at like the way that Val dresses, especially in Falcon and the Winter Soldier and the end of Black Widow, she dresses a lot like the Red Skull, and I feel like that is intentional. She wears like red. She has like she dresses like Red Skull in his uniform back when he was being peak asshole.
Wait, I want to look this up.
lots of like
Yeah,
black.
look at that.
I don't remember her exact outfit from
It
the
was
end
black
of it.
ponytail, and you could see that perfect line through it. I remember it.
The purple,
It was
the
peak
purple
ass.
hair. Yeah, yeah.
And Val is also very interested in super soldiers like Red Skull. She like runs up to Johnny Mayonnaise and is like, "Hey, you look really nice, and I like how you took the serum. It's real nice." Also, we know from Avengers: Infinity War and Endgame that Red Skull was on Vormir. So like everyone's like, how does Red Skull get from Vormir to the planet Earth? And I understand what you guys are thinking. However, if you remember from like after the sacrifices made on Vormir, a huge beam of light, much like the beam of light that sent Red Skull to Vormir in the first place, happens. And I think that through that beam of light, he was sent through the cosmos and potentially into the brain of or the body of Contessa Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, who could potentially be like a descendant or something. But like I think the reason why Val wears a little pink, purple streak in her hair is because it's Marvel's way of like teasing Red Skull's obsession with the Tesseract and like meshing it together and making purple. It's like, hey, and like
like red and blue together make purple.
Exactly.
Whoa.
Take that back to elementary school. I still don't think that's correct. I still don't think that's right.
But like, you know, we saw from Infinity War and Endgame that like the Red Skull is like this weird ghost form. Like he's like a weird like wraith.
He's
ghosty
bottomless.
Man.
He's a bottomless Red
He's
Skull.
bottomless.
Yeah,
he's the real
bottomless.
bottomless Brandon of the MCU.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
But
And
For
as
sure,
always,
for sure,
let's
dude.
just clarify, because we have a lot of sayings here at New Rockstars. Eatin' ain't cheating. 3 bang. Now we have bottomless Brandons. As always, this is not dirty. This is not a dirty
This is
threat.
very
Yes.
clean.
Bottomless
At
Brandon's
all.
are a line of his slacks that he actually sells
Yeah.
at Kohl's.
Yeah,
bottomless
exactly.
Brandon.
They
But
go on
it's
sale
like
on
it's
Easter,
unlimited
Easter
pants,
Day.
so it's like it's
Hell yeah.
bottomless because it never ends, you know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
There is no end.
there's no end, no end in sight.
It sounds like the name of like a fable. It's the tale of bottomless Brandon.
It's the
where
tale of
pants
bottomless
his pants just keep
Brandon.
going. But no, I think that there's a possibility here that we could be setting up a potential resurrection of the Red Skull in the MCU. Because the Red Skull is one of the most iconic Captain America villains ever.
yeah.
Like ever. Like, that's his main villain. And to get rid of him and take him off the table after Captain America 1 and just send him off into space, never to be seen again, not realistic. I don't buy that for a second. I think that Marvel Studios is setting Val up to be the new Red Skull. And one day she's gonna rip off her mask like her daddy or the Red Skull and be like, "Hey, it's me. I have a disease under here, actually, just like Red Skull." What do you guys think?
I have a question and I have a comment.
Mm.
I'll
Yes,
use my question.
do both.
I'll do both, but I'll do the question first. I like the idea of her being a descendant of Red Skull. I also do thoroughly agree with you. I think the way Red Skull just disappeared isn't good enough. So I do think he would be coming back. Do you think he could just be a variant, or she could be a variant of Red Skull? There's a different universe where Red Skull is a woman and is Valentina Val.
That is a fantabulous. I freaking love that point because that is so true. We know from What If that there was a Red Skull that potentially opened up a gateway to another universe where the weird tentacle people were coming from. So like there's the possibility that another Red Skull variant did the same thing and actually went through a portal and ended up in another universe, much like Captain Carter did at the end of What If. So yeah, I like that idea a lot. Where it's like, hey, it's another variant. There's no Red Skull here, so I'm just going to be the Red Skull
I'm gonna be the
in
Red
this
Skull.
universe because why not?
The non-German
I like that
Red
so much.
Skull. the
non-German
American
Red Skull.
And my one comment is, I like the idea that it's maybe the blue strip, but wouldn't you just assume the blue stripe in her hair? You know how like people have like a birthmark on their skull and it makes their hair white? Brandon, do you have one? Oh, Brandon has one. It does that.
My
what if
grandma
she got
says-
hit?
Oh,
What is
that's
your
My
grandma
grandma
say?
interesting.
says, she said that's where the devil touched me.
Okay, never mind. Let me go back to what I would say.
No.
We shouldn't have spoke. We should never give Brandon the mic.
Oh my god.
I like how a lot of kids are like, yeah, my mom said like that's where an angel touched me, or that's where like a star fell from the sky. Your grandma's like, yeah, well, you're going to hell.
I was touched by the devil. Just touched.
I love that grandma. I love that grandma.
It's the mark of the beast.
Do you think there could just be the possibility that like this is a horrible analogy, but like Anna and Elsa in Frozen, she got like sniped by like a Kang and got that blue streak in her hair? I'm not trying to take this rogue theory. I'm just saying,
That would be,
tell me more about this hair stripe. I need to know.
like
I mean-
that would be like really interesting if that was like a side effect of like some type of transfer. I don't know. That'd
Yeah.
be really. I like that idea.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they kind of, Rogue, the X-Men, famously has like the white streak in their hair.
Yeah.
And they in the Fox universe, right? They invented a reason why she had like that white streak.
Why?
It wasn't just like a character choice. When she was stopping Magneto from doing the device,
Yeah.
it permanently gave her the streak in her hair.
Statue of Liberty.
It also, that idea, Jessica, kind of relates to like Greek mythology, right? Achilles, the reason Achilles has the one weak spot in his heel is because when he was dipped in the water, that made him like the greatest warrior and made him like invincible. Where he was held at the heel, that spot was like never covered with the water. So that's why he has like that one weakness right there.
You think God took Valentina by the hair?
One hair strand is like bloop, bloop, bloop.
It's like a baby's soft spot, and if you poke her in the blue streak, it's like a destruct button.
Her fontanelle never closed up fully, and so now she's got this purple streak in her hair.
She just has that's just her soft spot. They're like always talking about it in the MCU, and she's like, I would like you guys to know that it's just my baby soft spot.
It's
still
baby
there.
soft spot.
It never hardened.
Now, MT, and your initial theory here, you did use the term avatar. Do you see Val as like, an avatar of Red Skull, and he's like influencing her, and he's like speaking to her, like the Green Goblin to Norman Osborn. He's like in her head. Or is he like...
That's why it's a blue streak. She's part Avatar.
Avatar, the way of water.
Avatar. Part
Just
blue.
kidding.
Part Navi. She sees you. Or is it like the Red Skull, right? He's stuck on Vormir. His job is to guard the Soul Stone. It's gone. So Vormir's like, you can leave now. And he's like, great, I'm out of here. And he comes back to Earth and he's like, man, I feel like a woman. And he just like takes the form of a woman. Like he wants to be his true self.
On.
He finally is able to express himself because in like Nazi Germany, he is not allowed to express himself as a female. He's supposed to be this strong leader. And he's like super Nazi, right? He's more Nazi than the Nazis. He's like, I'm all the way Nazi,
it's
baby.
True.
And he's like, I can't be dressing like a woman. They won't respect me. But now he can finally take on his full form as a woman. Do you see Val?
If that
is Val actually Red Skull, or is she being influenced by Red Skull in your theory? Which do you see it as?
I think that Val is being. I think it might be a mix of both. I think it might be like a Green Goblin situation where like Val might have been like
Green Goblin situation. We got one of those on our hands.
Classic. It happens to everyone.
Classic one
really.
of those bad boys.
But no, I think that like there's a possibility that Val could have been a normal woman living on Earth. And then Red Skull like beams into her body. He's like, all right, now I got Red Skull personality. And so like, which would explain how she introduces herself to Captain America. Captain Johnny Walker.
U.S. agent.
Johnny Mayonnaise. Say it
Sorry.
right.
Johnny? I'm trying not to say Johnny Mayonnaise because I don't want to be mean to him. But yes, Johnny Mayonnaise.
We're not being mean to him.
Like,
we're being mean to Johnny Mayonnaise. We're not, not
Johnny
the actor. The actor's a wonderful person and
actor's
doing
brilliant.
a great
I
job.
love him.
But Johnny Mayonnaise is a monster.
He's a monster.
He's a
We're
monster
allowed
that
to call him that.
Hey, we created that monster. The U.S.
But
military created that monster.
I didn't create that monster. Not my taxes. Look, not my taxes. Not my money.
Not my monster.
Not my monster. Not my circus. Not my monkeys. Keep going.
When Val introduces herself to John Walker, she's like, my name is like Val, but like she goes, okay, no, my real name is Contessa Valentina Allegra Fonte, but you can call me Val. It's like, but don't call me Val because like I'm actually the Red Skull, but you can call me Val because like I think that he's just like getting used to the body. He's like, call me Val, but like this is a fucking act, so like we don't have to really.
Does that explain why Everett Ross and Val broke up? Like the woman he married was not influenced by Red Skull. Go with it, Whitney. Go with it.
I was gonna say, do you think that this is like a Skrull scenario in which the loving and wonderful wife lady Val, who loved Martin Freeman so much, and she was like, oh my God, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy was good, babe. And she like loved him, like maybe that version of her got replaced by Red Skull. And then she was like, bitch, I want a divorce. And also I fucking hate you. And like, then like lived her life as an asshole from then on out. Like I think if it happened, that's my theory on it.
I love that idea.
It would make a lot of sense.
I think she
did say that she said a lot of mean things towards the end of their marriage. So like maybe it could have been mean Nazi stuff.
Yeah.
It could have been like he just starts reading Mein Kampf. It's like Everett Ross is like, I don't know about this.
The real Val could be on another planet. They could get back together. It could still happen. We don't know. He could find love.
Or you get the Red Skull out.
Ending.
She comes back to who she was before, She was always like, Everett, you're always leaving the toilet seat up and it really pisses me off. Also, we should invade Poland. Let's go, Everett. And Everett's like, what? I did not marry this woman.
You keep saying this.
That's a red flag.
I'm just trying to have dinner.
But also, like, this would be, like, having Val secretly be the Red Skull would be very much in line with the luck that Everett Ross, the character in the comics, has. because that dude was like the most unluckiest dude ever. Like he's most unluckiest agents ever. So like having him be like, oh no, I secretly dated the head of HYDRA or was married to her. Like that would be like the biggest like, ooh, I goofed.
Big goof.
Been there,
Big goof.
done
Oh
that.
man, I goofed.
Accidentally married a Nazi sympathizer. Whoops.
Whoops.
It happens. Happened to Grimes. Anyway, what?
I'm dead.
Anyway. But yes, no, what do you guys think of this theory of Val secretly being the Red Skull? Do you guys think that like the Red Skull, it's possible that the Red Skull could have infiltrated her body in ghost form? Or is this theory too bogus? Rogus, bogus, or ogus? Take it away, Brendan.
I think you've made a compelling argument here, MT. I'm going to give this a Rogus. I do like this idea of the Red. I do want the Red Skull back. Love the Red Skull. Love that character. Would love to see more of him. Was so happy to see him in Infinity War and Endgame. Let's bring him back. I do like it. And I like the idea that, he's somehow taking power. Now, I don't want to give Val, I want to give Val a lot of agency here too. So I don't like the idea that she's being manipulated. I want her to choose to be with Red Skull, but I do like the idea. So I will give it a Rogus, yes.
So you want her to choose to be
I want her to choose evil. I don't want her to just...
right to
you know what?
fascism.
Yeah.
Brandon is
very
truly
important.
a feminist.
You guys, this is very grounded for Brandon.
feminist.
This is a very Brandon thing to say. He's okay with Nazis.
Very on Brandon.
And next time...
Oh, that was good. That was a real good one. I liked it a lot.
What do you think, Whitney?
No, I think this is roguish as hell. Although I'm going with my theory. I think she was replaced. I think that'd be a great reason for their divorce.
I do like that
I think it would be really sick if she was somehow like replaced by like the ghost of the Red Skull or like the spirit or like the descendant or somehow. Like I think that would be really, really interesting. So I'm gonna double Rogus. One Rogus for your theory, one Rogus for my new theory. Sorry.
Yes, I'll give you a Rogus of mine for your theory as well. What do you think, Jessica?
I was gonna say bogus until you said it's on Brandor or whatever. No, I disagree. I was gonna give it a Rogus because I like rogue theories, and that was rogue. That was very rogue.
Okay.
But also I would love to see it. So I guess I'm very biased because I'm like, I just want to see it. So I will vote it.
I just want to see Elaine be evil.
Yeah, I just want to see Elaine. Yeah, I just want to see evil Elaine.
I think I just want to see it is a really good reason to vote Rogus.
Yeah.
Honestly,
if I want it, then I
vote Rogus, half the time that's why.
Yeah,
I should think about that. Maybe if I just don't want to see it, I'm like, bogus.
Yeah.
You have to speak truth to power. You gotta manifest these things.
Yeah,
it's true. It's true. Well, thanks, guys. Thank you for listening to my theories. But buckle up, because up next, Whitney has the most incredible Fast and the Furious rogue theory that you will ever hear. But first, be sure to head on over to nerdriot.shop, where you can grab one or even two of our many awesome new shirts inspired by Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. These shirts are amazing. I'm wearing one of the hoodies right now, the Conquer hoodie. I freaking love this hoodie. It's so freaking dope. Brandon's got some stuff on. Like we like these designs are amazing.
What's special
truly,
about this
truly.
shirt, MT?
Oh yeah, you're wearing my shirt. It's my idea, and then a wonderful, talented artist.
I'm not wearing MT's clothes. And don't worry.
Yeah, he raided my closet while I was sleeping. I have nothing left. I have to go to TJ Maxx right now.
That's also why they call him Bottomless Brandon, because he only steals shirts.
That's right.
Exactly. Only shirts. I only have pants, which is great. Thank you, Brendan. But there's still time to order some now and have it delivered in time to wear on opening weekend of Quantumania. I even helped with one of those designs featuring Kang, the Man of Conquering. So you can support the channel and check out all of our awesome merch options over at nerdriot.shop. We also want to thank NordVPN for sponsoring this video podcast. Because have you ever gotten extremely hyped to watch a new series or film only to discover it's not available for streaming in your country? Well, NordVPN has got you covered. With NordVPN, you can switch your virtual location on your device with one click, giving you the ability to access streaming services from over 60 countries at no extra cost. This opens up a quantum realm full of entertaining content which you wouldn't be able to access without NordVPN. And with over 5,400 servers in 60 countries, NordVPN gives you access to games and streaming platforms that are currently not available in your region. And the best part is, NordVPN will not slow down your online experience. They've done the speed test, And NordVPN is the fastest VPN out there. They've done the science. It is the fastest. And they even help keep you safe from hackers, malicious sites, and pop-ups while browsing the internet. All with just one click. The power of one click. Can you guys believe it? If you're a Rogue Theory fan, you can help support the show and grab your exclusive NordVPN deal by going to nordvpn.com/Rogue Theory. You'll get a huge discount off your NordVPN plan, plus a bonus gift. It's completely risk-free with Nord 30-day money-back guarantee. That's nordvpn.com/Rogue Theory. We also want to thank Bespoke Post for sponsoring this video podcast, because every month has one day that is more awesome than all the rest. That's the day that your box of awesome arrives from Bespoke Post. Every box of awesome from Bespoke Post contains incredible items that will make your kitchen, your wardrobe, or even the outdoors more awesome. That's really one of the coolest things about Bespoke Post. Every unique item is hand-curated from a small business that you probably would have never heard of otherwise. From cozy essentials to travel must-haves and cocktail kits, Box of Awesome has everything you need this month. So to get started, take the quiz at boxofawesome.com, and your answers will help them pick the right Box of Awesome for you. They release new boxes every month across a ton of different categories. Each box is valued at around $70, but you pay only a fraction of that price. Plus, with each Box of Awesome, you're supporting small businesses. 90% of everything that comes in your Box of Awesome is from a small, up-and-coming brand. It's free to sign up, and you can skip a month or cancel anytime. So get 20% off your first monthly box when you sign up at boxofawesome.com and enter the code ROGUE at checkout. That's boxofawesome.com, code ROGUE, for 20% off your first box. boxofawesome.com, code ROGUE. All right, guys, now it's time for the lovely Whitney Van Lanningham to take away the second topic. Take it away, Whitney.
All right, folks, ladies and gentlemen, at home, in your car, doing laundry, folding laundry, mowing your lawn with your headphones in, wherever you're at, please listen up.
Yes.
I've had this theory for a really long time. It is about Fast and the Furious. Full disclosure, gotta shout out my very sweet fiance, Breton Turley, very nice guy. He actually brought this theory to my attention, and then the two of us expanded on it together. However, I must give him initial credit. As you guys may or may not know, Fast and the Furious trailer, we're shooting this today on Thursday. Tomorrow, Friday, the Fast and the Furious trailer comes out, but y'all are listening to this on Saturday. So hopefully you've
You've already watched it.
You've just watched the trailer. You watched me and Tommy break it down for you. We're doing that. Hope you watched it.
Hey, tune into that.
And now you know things about it. So what you may not have picked up on, however, is that every Fast and the Furious movie has escalated to ridiculous proportions for the next movie, for the next movie, for the next movie. But I've been doing a rewatch all this past week to get ready for this trailer dropping. And I've noticed that almost everything that has happened in the Fast and the Furious, no matter how ridiculous, has at one point been foreshadowed in a previous movie. And so what I am theorizing today is that in the next movie, Vin Diesel will have to drag race Satan himself or another supernatural entity.
I like it.
Because there's nowhere else for this series to go at this point. In Fast 9, in the last movie, they went to space. Fast 7, they jumped through 3 separate skyscrapers in Dubai in a car. Like, they've been in the ocean. They've been underground. They've been in caves. They've been literally everywhere. The only place that they haven't gone is to a supernatural realm of some kind, or hell itself. I think it's going to be hell itself, because I think that that's the next like realistic thing that they can do is like burrow into the earth. But my evidence from this theory, I think that Vin Diesel's going to go
down there and kill it,
Brandon.
Yeah, I think that they're going to have to do that. But every movie has kind of like predicted the next one, right? So like if you go back to the first one, they say something about, oh, if we were doing this on boats, what happens the next movie? They do it on a boat.
Okay.
I rewatched, I think it was Fast 5 last night. Fast 5, Ludacris makes a joke about them having to go to space. They go to space in Fast 9. Going under another one, they made a prediction. Oh, what are we going to do? Like jump out of an airplane or whatever? They drive cars out of a helicopter. Okay. Like they always do the thing that they joke about doing. So in the 9th movie, there's a whole scene where Tyrese Gibson realizes that they have all like just like survived everything. Like none of them have died. Oh yeah, sorry.
They brought someone back from the dead, right? Or
this is why I'm not good at Rogue Theory, because my thoughts are so all over the place. I never do my own theories because they're so hard to follow, and I'm really sorry. But a fun fact about the Fast universe, really quick, is that they bring back characters to life all the time.
Right.
And also, for some reason, Paul Walker's character is still alive in the franchise.
Yeah, he drove off.
Paul Walker, the actor, is dead. Yeah. He just went on to raise a family, but he's still alive because they still talk about him in each movie. And they're like, oh yeah, you talked to Brian O'Connor lately? And they're like, Brian's doing great, so are the kids. Like, and so they do that all the time. So he's like actually still alive in the Fast and the Furious universe, and is ironically the only person in the Fast and the Furious universe who can't actually come back to life, because almost everybody in the franchise has died and come back to life, including Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel dies in Fast 7 and comes back to life in Fast 7. It's nuts. So back to Fast 9. Fast 9, they're talking about how it's nuts that they're going into space and they're probably going to die, and it's wild. And Ludacris and Tyrese are just talking about like, hey, do you think that maybe we're immortal? Because none of us have ever actually died doing any of these things. Like Han came back to life. Vin Diesel came back to life. Like everyone has, even if they've gotten like gravely injured, have somehow ended up surviving. And obviously the rest of the crew is like making fun of them. And they're like, no, there's no way. You guys are so dumb. Like this is impossible. It's not possible. I don't know. I think it's possible. I think it's possible that the Fast crew is immortal. And I think that Satan has somehow blessed them with their powers. And I think that they are cursed and immortal at the same time. And what I think that they're going to do is I think that they're going to go to hell to rescue Gal Gadot's soul and have her character come back from the dead in this next one.
Okay.
Okay, that's my theory. I'm so sorry. It was all over the place. I sincerely apologize.
So they're kind of cursed immortally, kind of like the Pirates of the Caribbean, right? Like they want to die, but they can't die. Like they're just stuck in this life of racing, and it never ends. I think your biggest, I love this, Whitney, and I want to see them race the devil. I don't know who they're going to cast as the devil. If you say what I'm going to say, I'm going to
choke you in person.
Well, what I'm going to say is I love that the poster we got for Fast 10 is Vin Diesel holding the rosary with the cross.
He's holding a rosary.
Is Vin Diesel?
I was going to say that. I knew it.
Is Vin Diesel the son of God? He is Jesus, and he has to race the devil.
He's the Christ figure.
For all of humanity. It's all on his shoulders.
I mean, like, that's what he was going for since the first Fast movie. He's the son of God. He is the greatest racer of all time and the sexiest man, as you can tell from the XXX franchise, where all the women want to sleep with Vin Diesel in that franchise.
I think they're contractually obligated, unfortunately. Sorry, your character has to do it. I am the producer of these movies. Sorry, I don't know. I would like the idea too of this being like a lost scenario where Vin Diesel actually died in the first race in the first movie and like ended in a crash, and his just soul is like, no, I'm still alive, and I have all these friends and this family, and we race and go around. But it's like he died 20 years ago. He's been dead, and this is just like his soul.
Nobody around here's been named Dominic Toretto for 40 years.
And all these other characters.
Since the big nitrous explosion of 1907.
I would love that.
Like, I think it'd be hilarious if they can't die because of a nitrous explosion, or like they just drank nitrous. It's like, you know what? We can't die now because we gotta go fast forever. But no, I really like this idea of the Fast franchise just going super crazy.
Yeah.
And like I like how it just doesn't take itself super seriously, but also is super, super freaking dope with all the action. So like I would love to see like a freaking tournament in hell. Yeah. Just like, you know what, let's just freaking race. Let's do all this crazy stuff.
It's very Seventh Seal, right? Like you have to play chess with death in order and for your soul. Like the idea that you're racing for your soul, I think it's a lot of fun. And I have nothing wrong with it.
Can I say something?
Please,
I
beg you.
Can I say something?
Yes.
I never get to say anything in this show. It's the first time I get to speak.
We try to make sure Jess doesn't talk.
I never get to talk enough on our sweet, sweet programs. Two things. where does Hobbs and Shaw fit on this list? It doesn't fit on this list.
Hobbs and Shaw. Shaw is the only one who will work with Vin Diesel because Vin Diesel and The Rock are not friends.
They're not friends.
And they do
Notorious
not like
enemies.
each other. And The Rock has completely like sworn him off. Like doesn't
seen
even
those
acknowledge
videos.
that he's in the Fast films anymore. Like he hates that guy.
I've seen those videos, but as that being the last Fast and Furious movie I've seen, and it involves them going to Hawaii and fighting with a lot of Hawaiians, is there an opportunity that this movie, does it fit in the phases of the Fast and Furious? Could they just be like, they mention Hawaii and Hobbs and Shaw, so the next film they're in Hawaii for Fast 10?
Honestly, maybe. But I think that Hobbs and Shaw aren't cursed like the family is. I think that you have to be in the family.
And he's
to have
they're
the
like
family.
outside of the,
Not
they're
the
friends of the
family.
family.
Well, they do.
Yeah,
They do.
like he's not.
Second question. What if they all just die? Can that happen where they all just die?
I mean, eventually they all have.
I don't think
I
Vin
don't
Diesel
think
would
so
allow it.
because
Diesel's
of the
like,
predictions made in Fast 9. They always follow through on the predictions. And I really think that because it was predicted that they can't die, I think that they can't die, dude. I just think they can't.
I like the idea of him being like, we must be immortal, and then they die in the next film.
And then they die in the next one, and it's like,
They all
just kidding,
crash.
Fast 10, the end.
Yo, you know what would be super crazy? Like, this is obviously ridiculous. But like, if they did a Ghost Rider crossover
Yes!
with Fast
I
and
agree.
Furious,
Turn it
and
off.
then like
Turn it off.
Mephisto
Cut the-
sends Ghost
cut the
Riders like,
cameras.
these guys have
Turn the
dodged death
cameras
for
off.
too long.
Dead ass.
Go reap their
No.
souls.
Well,
and they're just running away.
Skeletons on nitro.
Yeah, like it's just the Fast family just running away from Ghost Rider. From
What do you
reaping
guys
their
think
souls.
Eric would do if the first time we see Mephisto in the MCU is at the end of Fast 10? What do you think Eric
He
would
would still
do?
be happy. He would still be happy. Well, I mean,
He
Whitney,
he
you're
would lose
touching
it.
on some like quantum theory here a little bit, right? The idea that by in quantum physics, and I'm gonna screw this up, but like our very
That's cool.
act of observing something changes it. Even if we don't mess with
Yeah.
it, by observing something, we change it, and if we don't watch it, it does something different. So like the idea that we as an audience are watching these Fast and the Furious movies, and we keep putting money into them, and they keep doing well at the box office, despite many other projects failing. Somehow they keep going. Like they can't die because of our observation. Like if they put out a movie where they all die and no one sees it, then they can die, and then they could be dead, and then they're dead forever.
Dominic Toretto's house is not far from us, right? Because it has
Right.
the most traffic. And I only know this because I had to
Does
go
it?
to an ice skating rink nearby it. And
Yeah,
there
it's
was
like
traffic. It was
the
complete
Goonies house.
traffic.
People always go to the Goonies house, or they go to the Nightmare on Elm Street house, or like, you know, it used to be the Brady
Yo,
Bunch
traffic
house.
over there is the worst, bro. Like, jeez.
Well, the traffic's because of
Yo.
Dominic Torero. It's
Yeah.
his fault. It's
They're
Dominic Toretto,
affecting
but
our
hell yeah.
world. They're
You got
affecting
it.
our
Yeah.
world. Well, and
Whatever.
even in like,
It's Vin Diesel's fucking fault.
Vin Diesel's.
and Jessica, you brought up Hobbs and Shaw, right? That movie, it's like Hobbs and Shaw. None of them ever lose a fight, right? Because of their contracts in the real world, like none of them can lose the fights. So they're stuck in this struggle of no winning, no losing. This concept because they got so close to the family. They're not part of the family. They got close to it, and it started affecting them. And they're like, I can't. They're stuck in this existential crisis, right? And so, like, whoever the antagonists are in this movie, in each Fast and the Furious movie, right? In theory, if Whitney's theory is true that these guys are immortal and they can't die, our antagonists are our protagonists, right? They're the ones trying to stop this madness, trying to get rid of these people, but they can't. So we should always be rooting for the bad guy in these Fast and Furious movies for the sake of these souls that need to be
For the
released.
sake of Dominic Toretto's soul, so it can
Right.
finally rest
sake
in
of
peace.
Ludacris' soul.
Can I add one last thing? Drew
Please.
Combs, the
Yes.
editor, just slacked us and said, this is all going to end with Dom drag racing the Reaper to protect his family. He's already won once in secret. Roman figured that out a little in 9, but eventually death comes to take what's due. This is a fifth
The bill
person
comes
on
due.
theory right now.
See?
He said,
I love
Drew
this.
coming in
Drew.
hot. Grim
I am-
Reaper's great. The
I'm so
Devil's
hyped
great.
for Fast 10 now.
I think
Fast
it could
X.
be any of these
Right?
supernatural figures,
Yes.
honestly. I would not be surprised. I mean, and I don't think it's going to be supernatural like vampires or like Frankenstein's monster or whatever. I think it's going to be specifically like Satan, Grim Reaper, death.
It can't be
itself.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Like, No, because Vin Diesel's the Christ figure.
Yeah, Vin Diesel is Jesus.
I'm telling you, like if they don't do the devil thing, they're gonna go back in time. They're gonna do time travel.
I want it to be like wacky races, though. I want to see some tricked out cars.
They have to do an exorcism on what?
Exorcism.
They're gonna do an exorcism on Ludacris? What?
Hey. Worse has happened to Ludacris. Worse has happened to
They go to the
Tyrese.
Transformers universe and try to do exorcisms.
I think the Ludacris has one of my favorite, like in the credits, like how his name is written, because it makes me happy every time. It's just it's Chris Ludacris Bridges. And I'm like, yeah, it is.
There's a while
Chris Bridges.
Dwayne
Especially
Johnson
one of my
did
favorite
that.
Ludacris lyrics is, Ludacris, man, these bitches want my last name. And I'm like, they want the last name Bridges? They all want to be Mrs. Bridges? Cool. You're right.
Yes.
They do.
All the women want to be
All
Mrs.
the women want to be Mrs. Bridges.
I give Whitney's theory a rogue.
Yes,
Double
I will
Rogus.
also give Whitney a double Rogus because I like this idea of I like when they get super ridiculous. So yes, race the devil and win.
Yeah.
And win.
What do you think, Jessica?
I said a Rogus too. I don't know Fast and the Furious, so literally I will believe anything Whitney tells me.
Yeah.
Yo, you gotta watch those movies,
drive
Jess. You gotta
cars,
watch
they
them.
go
They're
fast.
so good.
Hobbs and Shaw. I watched Hobbs and Shaw, and I watched Tokyo Drift when I was a child, and that's as far as I go.
Oh,
Unless
Tokyo
my
Drift is
cars
good.
are
you
turning,
arguably watched
unless
the two
my
non-Fast-
car is turning into a mechanized robot like Transformers, I am not watching him.
Bro,
Okay,
I'm telling
but
you, I used to
honestly
think the
though,
same
Jess,
way.
they kind of do is the thing.
Yo,
Like the
Yo,
movies
these
get
movies go in.
more and
I
more
bet
it's-
ridiculous
I love
as they go on, and shit like that starts to happen.
Maybe it's that I also don't care for Tyrese Gibson. There's a lot
Maybe.
of entertainers
Maybe.
in there that I'm like,
Nah.
why is he fighting The Rock, and why is The Rock fighting him? Tyrese is a good person. Actually, take that out. Edit that out, because he doesn't pay his child support. Keep going. Keep going.
Didn't know that. Ludacris is my favorite.
Yes.
Tej, the character, is just the most perfect character. I just
Hey,
love him.
pay your
He
child
has the
support,
best
everybody.
lines.
Unless they're annoying children. Just kidding. All right,
Jesus.
now it's time for our rogue question. Are you guys ready for this?
Yeah.
Is it about
Yes.
child support?
Let's do it. Because it's Super Bowl weekend. They're doing the sports this weekend, the sports championship. My goodness, people
What's
are going to
that?
be drunk. And we all know that Rihanna is going to kill it at this year's halftime show. And everyone's going to try to guess who will be the special guest to join her on stage. So for today's rogue question, I want you guys to give me your roguish choice of a hero or villain to come out during Rihanna's set for a special cameo and entertain the crowd.
You know who I think would be funny? Oh wait,
Who?
it has to be a hero or villain.
It could be whoever.
Hero or villain?
Well, I think this person's a hero and a villain. Liam Neeson.
Okay.
Oh, just as Liam Neeson?
Yeah, and then we have a little reunion
Liam
because
Neeson and Rihanna?
weren't they both in the
Battleship?
boat battleship?
Battleship? You went
Oh my
boat
God,
like
they were in
plane?
Battleship.
The boat
Battleship?
movie? The movie Boat Bomb Sink Sink?
Bam, bam, sing, sing.
Yo, imagine if like the Battleship PR is still alive. It's like, you know, this would be great to get the Battleship
Hey,
fans back on.
the Hasbro-
Get Liam
The
Neeson
Hasbro
back on
universe
stage.
still exists. The Hasbro Cinematic Universe with Transformers. It's still there, baby.
Oh, that's true.
Battleship is.
This
it's
is true.
Still,
Oh,
it still
and
exists.
they're about to make a Cars movie about their.
Hot Wheels. They're
Hot
working
Wheels.
on a Hot Wheels
Hot
movie.
Wheels.
Did Rihanna have a song for Battleship? I forget. Did she get a special joint for that
don't
that
know.
movie?
I mean, she had to have. I don't know.
She
know.
had to have, but I don't think she did because it would have been popular, and I know her entire discography.
That's true. I got two
like that,
answers.
Liam Neeson.
I got two answers for this rogue question. Jessica already knows my
Go
first
for it.
answer.
I think I do. I think I
You
do.
bring out Jubilee, baby, and she does the fireworks show. Come on.
Gross.
Hey,
Easy.
Yay.
Jessica loves Jubilee so much. So
But
this is
bring out
perfect.
Dazzler. It makes more sense.
No, Jubilee. Dazzler sucks.
No, Jubilee and then Dazzler can go somewhere else.
Dazzler
Okay.
Second-
skating on the field.
Second answer. This is like a little real world, and I stole this one from my wife. Shout out Whitney for stealing stuff
Oh
from our
wow!
significant others.
Spouse plagiarism happening all.
She had this
over
idea,
the
and it's
here.
great when Umbrella hits. She's gonna do Umbrella, you know it. You know who comes out to dance, baby? Spider-Man,
Jay-Z?
Tom Holland. He redoes his dance.
Oh my God.
He comes back out, baby, and does it
Hell
live.
yeah.
Yo,
Does it live.
people would
That's a good
lose
one.
their shit.
If you
Oh my
haven't
God,
watched
please
that in a
tell
while,
Carrie
go
she's
back
a
and watch that again.
genius.
It is so good. It is so
But
good.
Zendaya would propose to Tom at that point.
She was
Oh,
on
she
that
would
show,
have
baby.
to.
She saw it live. She was Bruno Mars.
I know.
She was Bruno Mars. I like that. What you think, Whitney?
Yeah, he better show up.
I just want to vote for Brandon's now. Can I just do that? Like, I don't care. That's what I want. I don't give a shit what I wanted. I want this now.
I do like that a lot. You don't have anything? No? You just want to vote for
I
Brandon's?
mean, I can. What was I going to say? I had something. I just don't remember now because Brandon's was
She
good.
wants
I
Dominic
was like,
to vote
yeah.
for Brandon.
Come out.
I will also vote for Brandon to make Brandon our rogue question winner for today because I do want to see Tom Holland do the umbrella thing again.
I just want
One
Tom Holland. That's all.
I'll let my wife know she won today.
Carrie wins.
All I want
this
for
road.
Christmas.
Carrie wins.
Carrie wins the rogue question.
I'm going to mail her Rogue Theory prize.
Perfect,
So that'll
perfect.
be coming in the mail.
Don't send stuff to my wife.
But that is it. Huh?
MT, quit sending stuff to my wife.
Keep my wife's mail out your motherfucking mind. But that is it for this episode of Rogue Theory. Thanks to our amazing guests, Jessica Clemons, Whitney Van Lanningham, and Brandon Barrick. Support our channel by checking out all of our awesome merch over at newrockstarsmerch.com/nerdriot.shop. It'll bring you to the same place. It doesn't really matter. Follow me at MasterTainment, follow New Rockstars on all social platforms, and be sure to subscribe to our channel here on YouTube. We love you guys so much. We'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Bye.